Laser flashlights are useless up close. They'll light something half a mile away, but nothing in between. So why does this one have spill? Acebeam claims they've solved one of the biggest problems with laser flashlights. But the real question is, did they actually fix it? Or is this just another gimmick? To find out, I'm comparing 3 setups: a traditional laser flashlight, also called LEPs, a throw-optimized LED flashlight with the same output, and this new hybrid system. The reason we need to compare it to an LED flashlight is because getting good hotspot to flood ratio is easy to do with LEDs, and it costs a lot less money. One common way LEP flashlights work is by firing a blue laser through a phosphor and then focusing that light into an extremely tight beam using a convex lens. That's what gives you that insane range, but there's also basically zero spill. What Acebeam did differently here is added a reflector system. The lens doesn't affect the beam. It appears the reflector itself determines the beam shape, like in an LED system. To create an apples-to-apples test, I used an LED flashlight with nearly identical head size. The Acebeam W20 has a diameter of 32 millimeters and my Surefire 6P is 31.6. At peak, the W20 is rated at 600 lumens, so I tuned the LED as close as possible to that. To give the LED the best possible chance at distance, I used a tiny 1mm LED for maximum surface brightness, because with LEDs, that's what really determines how far the beam can throw. If you use a larger emitter at the same output, you'll get a much wider hotspot and less intensity. Representing traditional beam laser flashlights is my Lumintop Thor 1. It has a similar head size and body, so it's a solid baseline for what normal LEP beams look like. Are you ready to go? Bro, you can eat nuggies later. Regular laser flashlight. This is Lumentop Thor 1. We are right on Charles, totally pegging him. But as you can see, absolutely nothing lit up in between. So regular laser flashlight. Now we're gonna do Acebeam W20 hybrid laser flashlight. Booyah! We're still absolutely crushing Charles down there, lighting him up like a Christmas tree, and we have, look at that spill. Huh? See? And it goes down too. Tuned to be identical LED flashlight. Okay, we're reaching Charles. Charles is getting hit. He's not crying, his eyes aren't hurting, but we're hitting him. And look at that spill. This, to me, does still light up a little more down in this area than the laser, but no comparison on the hot spot. Okay, see if you can spot Charles. Regular LED, or regular laser, I mean. Laser reflector hybrid. Look at how much brighter it is between here and there. Clearly, at medium and short distance, the W20 beats the Tar out of standard lasers as far as visibility. However, the LED performed nearly as well with excellent spill and a hot spot that was good enough. What we need now is a target that's much farther away. And this is where things get really interesting. I wanted to see how much, if any, beam distance we were sacrificing to gain that spill. So I measured the candela of each light on medium mode, because on medium the output isn't trailing downward. Then I normalized to 125 lumens. Basically what that means is if all 3 lights were exactly 125 lumens, this would be the resulting beam distance. The W20 tested at a distance of 556 meters. The Thor 1, 869 meters. So that spill is costing us some distance. The Thor 1 has about 56% more range. However, we shouldn't count the W20 out yet because it beat the pants off our LED. 232 meters, which means the W20 has 140% more throw than the LED. Okay, you all set, buddy? First up, Lumintop Thor 1. Next up, Acebeam W20. Now, tuned LED. I only can tell where Charles is because I know where he is with this one. It's just really not doing much down there. So what do I hate about this light? And also, who is it for? Well, I don't love that peak output is a burst mode. Lasers are much more sensitive to heat than LEDs, so the output dialed back from 600 lumens to 225 lumens after just 30 seconds. An LED light at 600 lumens is much more sustainable. Getting pretty toasty now. Probably my least favorite thing about the W20 is the 16340 battery. You get about a half hour's worth of runtime on high. On the upside, the battery is USB-C rechargeable. If you need maximum range but still want usable spill, the W20 is what you're looking for. If maximum range isn't what you need, then just go with an LED. They're cheaper. FYI, there's a coupon code linked below that will save you money on both. To see the extraordinary power of a super laser hitting targets over a mile away, check out my video on the Acebeam W50 linked in the description. Thanks for watching and good lucks.